Hiya guys, so I got unsuspected mail today. I was so confused. I did open it in order to take off my address label, which was sellotaped down there. And yeah, I was so confused, but I thought I must have ordered something, so let's find out, which is why I recorded it. So here I am, throwing packing peanuts around, singing a song about woohoo, getting content from an order I don't remember placing or something like that. I can't remember the words that I was singing. But classic me, packing peanuts everywhere. Whee! And something stopped me dead in my tracks. I could not believe what I was reading, and yep, that is actual crying footage right there. I had to compose myself for a little bit. So, wow, blown away. So this is a gift from Scotty and Cy. I lost my Brachypelma classy juvenile, which was a birthday gift. And I absolutely loved Wednesday, like absolutely loved her. She was a pain in the arse and would flick hairs at me, but God, I loved her. And the fact that they have done this for me, Scotty and Cy, is just, it's unbelievable. It is beyond unbelievable. So, there they are. I'm sorry for the bad lighting, that the sun was coming through the window and all sorts, but I just had to get this content out for you guys because I have some amazing bloody friends. Whew, composing myself again. Anyways, this is my little one's home. And even now, sitting here talking about what they've done, I am still shook to the core. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting anything. Like, it shook me. I'm welling up now. I just, wow. Honestly, I don't know what to say. This beautiful baby is stunning. And the thought and the love that went with it is just phenomenal. I waved at it. Did you see that? I was like, hi, baby. Honestly, absolutely besotted. They're quite shy. But I am absolutely in love. And there I go, crying again. You guys have turned me into such a wet blanket. So damn grateful. And I went with the name Pugsley because the one I lost was called Wednesday. And that little hole there is where the little water dish is going to go. Thank you so much. Like, you have literally made my month. Like, you've like literally made my week, my month, and I love you guys. Thank you. Now for the snails. So let's dive into this. So these little guys were with Royal Mail for a week before I got them. So you guys will probably remember me saying about them. Well, I'm finally getting around to recording the video about them These are albino giant land snail babies, and they are stunning. Don't worry, my hand is dampened down and washed and, you know, everything else that you have to do before you handle a snail. But they were so hungry, they were chewing on my hand, which is why, like, as soon as they came, I unboxed them and I fed them. So guys didn't get to see the unboxing bit, but yeah. Now, if you look at this baby shell, there is a massive crack. So thanks for that, Royal Mail. Appreciated. Anyways, guys, let's jump into how I set up these guys' enclosures. Well, enclosure. Here we go. We've time-lapsed. Well, sped this up. So we have our big tub. We have 2 lots of different substrate. We've got cocoa fibre and compost. It is pesticide-free compost, may I add. Snails are very, very sensitive to any kind of toxic stuff, any kind of, you know, pesticides, things like that. So I have to be very careful about what I buy. And then the next bit that's sped up is, of course, getting it to the right kind of moisture. So what you want, a bit like isopods, but damper. So you want to be able to squeeze the substrate and it clump together, but not ooze water, if you know what I mean. So that's how I needed to get it, and that's what I did. Obviously, I did wet the top layer a bit more, just so they can get about a bit better, because obviously snails like moisture. And yes, I said moist. Now to decorate the place, and because I can be quite girly, I wanted to go with a country garden, an English country garden setting. And I found this massive piece of cork bark on a walk, and it's been properly sterilised and everything, so I thought, yeah, why not? And I had these flowers sitting around. They are fake. I was not putting any real plants in here because the snails would just literally gobble them up. And then I started thinking to myself, hold on, if the cracked shell one is on top and falls onto that piece of wood, it's going to break the shell. So I thought, no, we're not putting that in there. So we added more plants. And of course, lots of moss. This will help the humidity and give them somewhere to hide as well. Now, I also made these hides out of just like, you know, like the soft bendy plant pots. Like they're really like wafer thin. So I made these hides. And they do use them quite a bit. Now, the snails do like to burrow under the soil and everything as well, and under the sphagnum moss, which is absolutely great. It's so much fun going to feed them, being like, okay, where are you guys? But honestly, I just absolutely love giant African land snails. Giant African. I bought these bowls, but they're too deep, I think, so I went with something else. So inside, I put a plate, a little water dish, a little soupy dish, and of course some cuttlefish. Here they are having a munch. So I just used a flat lid. I've also added loads of springtails to this, and I've also added some mini speckled isopods as well, just to help keep it clean and kind of smell free, because snails poop a lot. So let me show you around their home. So that is my albino giant African land snails. I think they're called jades. I think. Don't quote me on that. But I really appreciate everyone who has watched this today and will watch it in the future. Thank you so much for taking some time out. Stay awesome, guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Mwah! Bye!
The itsy bitsy